We've been tasked to a bulk carrier that's got a 16-month-old baby on it that's had a fever for about 4 days, quite a high fever. The child's come from India via China. Advice from the health department is for us to wear protective gear when we're in contact with the child.
Helicopter Westpac 1 is the Med 1, Bill 4 and 2. Westpac 1 is at the base with 6 POV for the vessel Princess Nadia, 6 miles east of Old Harbour.
We're going to treat the baby as it's infectious. We're not too sure if it has SARS or the avian flu. It could even have measles, chickenpox, but we've just got to gear up and treat it as infectious.
Helicopter, Princess Nadia airplane.
Angel 1 is out at sea and on her way to the bulk carrier Princess Nadia, where the daughter of one of the ship's officers is very sick. With the chance of SARS or bird flu being one of the causes, paramedics Genevieve and Greg will be taking extreme care.
This is a rather a different job that we're going to. Because of the query of SARS, we have to worry about our own protection.
The east further to the northeast, so we should see him.
Would mean disposable outer garment as an overall protection. Because we're on the helicopter and unable to wear that outer garment, it's a risk around the helicopter getting caught in things, as well as getting blown off, getting caught in the jet of the engine, as well as the equipment that we need to carry on us. We wouldn't be able to access that.
Affirmative, Princess Nadia. Copy. Got the hatch there now. Yeah, we'll be able to land on that side. I'm happy to land there.
We've only got a few minutes to do this. We have to spend as little amount of time as possible on board the ship and load the patient. Hopefully they won't require emergency treatment there and then, and we can get them straight up to the hospital and their medical condition can be investigated then.
Are they going to have the patient mother near where we land?
Can you confirm that the mother and the patient will be out on the deck? Yes, sir, they are already on the deck. One copy, Dan. We'll see you soon.
It's not that it's tricky, you just got to be aware of certain things, like the vessel is actually moving, so you can't be looking out around at the surrounding water of the vessel. You've got to concentrate on the hatch that you're actually going to land on.
Okay, you've got some small structures to the left and right of the pad, but we've got a clear run straight into here. Copy.
You subconsciously match the aircraft to the vessel moving without even thinking about it.
Some balustrade things.
And you just treat that deck as a stationary deck, so that when you actually come over the deck, the aircraft is actually hovering sideways because you're moving with the vessel that's moving, say, 13 knots. But as far as your visual cues are telling you, you're stationary and you just land on.
Yep. Okay, you got 10 to run, maintain head, maintain height. Well clear on the left, pass clear, mate. Well clear right. And you'll see the descent directly over the top of the pad. Pass clear, main clear. Well clear is left. Still directly over the top. You're 3 off the ground.
Once you're on the deck, you have to be aware of the rolling and the pitching of the vessel, and if the deck is wet it can become slippery, and the last thing you want to do or have happen is the helicopter actually slide off the hatch. So we keep the helicopter up at what I call flight idle, so that if any emergencies arise, if the aircraft starts to move, I can pull pitch straight away and bring the aircraft back under control and bring it up off the deck.
The child's looking quite well. She's quite well perfused. She's nice and pink, and she's got very chubby little hands. The skin isn't dry on her hands, and her tongue is nice and moist. So I can see that I'm not going to have to intervene and do any emergency treatment on the deck. Need to get her loaded and out to the hospital as quickly as possible.
1 minute, and we'll go. Okay. Come on, sir.
Obviously, because the aircraft is still churning, still burning, there is an increased danger there. So I'll be escorting Mum through to there. We'll obviously be making sure that we stay well clear of the blades, so that Mum doesn't go near the back of the aircraft, which is a more dangerous area.
little one can't see its mother at the moment. She is very, very concerned about what's happening. I'm sure as soon as I get to Mum, she's going to settle down and be much happier. There's no reassurance for that child, has absolutely no idea what's going on and is quite frightened.
And then it will be a departure where, once again, we're not looking at the vessel moving through the water. We're concentrating on the deck when we bring the aircraft into the hover. So subconsciously, our mind's telling us that we're not moving. We're in the hover, but we are matching and moving sideways in the aircraft, but you don't notice it because you're actually looking at the deck. And then it's just a normal departure as if you're departing from a land base.
The information I need from the mother at the moment is any allergies the child might have, any medications it's on, what's actually happened on this trip that's concerned the mother.
On operations, Westpac 1, Flash, John Hunter. Yes, Westpac 1.
It is always a concern when there's a query whether SARS has come into Australia. This is the first time that I've experienced this. The child's condition is good, it's well perfused, it's pink, it's settled in Mum's lap, hasn't got a fever that I can feel at the moment because the mother has treated the child appropriately on board with Panadol. We need to get this child to hospital to have the appropriate tests done. There's no way of me telling whether it's SARS or whether it's just an ordinary virus that a child has picked up.
Malika is in good hands at the John Hunter Children's Hospital. But now the task of decontaminating the cruise gear and the chopper will need to be done, and quickly, as events in the Hunter Valley will turn the cruise afternoon upside down.